What is up, everybody? That's loud. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Alright, let's throw some summon tickets at Brunhilde and see if we get lucky, even though we've already, we've only thrown like 8 tickets at her and gotten nothing, so, that's great. What, dude, so I jumped on NA just casually, right? I have not kept up with what the fuck is going on in NA. I just saw other people say, oh, hey, Martha's rated up on NA. I'm like, oh, I'll jump on NA. I don't even know how many summon tickets I have. But, I'll save my SQ for Gilgamesh and I'll throw summon tickets at Martha, right? So, on JP, right, we've used like almost 90 summon tickets between our 2 accounts. And we did not get Brunhilde, which is, 4-star. And on NA, I had like 56 summon tickets or something. And I didn't even use all of them. And I got Martha twice. I'm like, the fuck? Like, it's stupid. I also got some, and I got Artoria. Not Summer Artoria, mind you, who was rated up. I just got Artoria, like regular Artoria. And then I got spooked by something else that was silly, but I literally forgot immediately who it was. But I got spooked by some bullshit, but yeah, it was very similar, very silly. By the way, I did not sleep enough last night, so look, we have seven summon tickets. I don't even get it. I've been sleeping good all week, and then just last night, just like, no, you don't get sleep tonight. Wow. Okay. Well, this account didn't have it, so I'll take that. I like how I've gotten this twice. Monthly tickets tomorrow. I don't think Brunhilde is rated up again, though. I think this is her last time she's solo rated up. So I don't get to use those, which kind of sucks. And I just got Martha. Lol, regrets. Assuming you wanted Martha anyway. Wow. What? Well, hey, this account gets it at level 40, where my main is stuck at level 20, so that's the thing. Yeah, people are always backseating, man. Whenever I see that, I just tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, it's really effective when you're not the streamer. When not the streamer is telling you to shut the fuck up, it normally gets people to shut the fuck up. Like, you have enough people in chat telling people to stop backseating, they generally do. This music, though. Oh man, we get a bonus summon. David, though. Alright, let me check. I don't think she gets rated up again. But I'll make sure. Yeah, if she gets one more raid up, then we get 10 more summon tickets. That's crazy, though, how many summon tickets I've used on this. Oh, she does get one more on the September 4th. So we get one more shot at it. I don't spend on this game. Alright, so chat, you have absolutely no idea. So, I actually got pretty good luck with getting the CE drops. Like, I had to farm a good bit. I used quite a few apples. I basically, on both of my accounts, I made a 3-turn setup that was really fast, and I just, like, went ham. But I was able to get the CE drop on both accounts in a reasonable amount of time, okay? And then I started, like, doing the boss fights before the challenge quests on my main account. I haven't done them on my old account yet, but I was doing them on the main account. I spent, like, 5 hours. I shit you not. I spent, like, 5 hours trying to beat this stage here, which is red hair, with a level 65 Phantom of the Opera. You do not understand the levels I went to. I tried every command code, CE, mystic code combination I could think of, other than I didn't want to use the burn one because I don't like using the Gasha only CEs, but like, I tried so much shit. I min-maxed like I have never min-maxed before. The challenge quest was easy. Like fuck it, that was nothing. That took 5 seconds, right? I was like, no. I have never min-maxed that much. I had a fucking spreadsheet. And you don't understand. This happened 3 times. This happened 3 times where I think I'm gonna win. I think I'm gonna win. And Phantom got the boss to 2,000 fucking health and died. It's bullshit. You do not understand, like, how fucked the stage is. Because, like, first of all, Phantom has no health because, he sucks. He just has no fucking health and he hits like a wet noodle. And so when you break the boss's first health bar, he gains 3 attack buffs, right? And he will fucking destroy you if you don't get rid of those attack buffs. Now, Phantom can remove buffs now. The problem is, if you break the health bar and you don't charm him, that means the boss gets to attack you 1 time, right? And then he'll probably kill you. So a lot of times I'd have to charm and then not remove the buffs. So then I had to give him the command code to remove attack buffs. And so for the 1 turn he's charmed, I'd attack once, and then get rid of 1 attack buff, and then I get to go again and then move another attack buff. And then I tried it like where you try to charm later, and so I tried every combination possible. Like I tried like charming early so it'd come off cooldown. I tried saving it until the end. I don't think I could have played that in any I don't think I could have tried anything else. I tried everything humanly possible like a million fucking times. And I just could not fucking beat the stupid stage. I upgraded his second skill to 10, which is, if you look up the mats, it is horrible, right? And it didn't even work. I wasted all of those mats, which is just horrid, and it didn't even help. Great job, Phantom. By the way, if you want to see a joke, go to Phantom of the Opera's wiki page. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, chat. Go to Phantom of the Opera's wiki page, look at his first skill, and now imagine his first skill is at rank 8, and then look at what happens when you up it to rank 9. And then look at the mats required to go from rank 8 to 9. So look at his first skill, and look at what changes from rank 8 to 9. It's amazing. Great unit, by the way. Fucking phenomenal unit. Like, I kind of want to try again, but I don't think it's possible, like, with what I have anyway. Like, I think if I upgraded to CE, or, like, Graildom, or, something like that, but it was so bullshit. Like, I tried so much crap, dude. Yeah, and I like how, keep in mind, his first skill also is the one that has the defense down on it. Where he gives himself a defense down. Alright, I don't even remember what half of these are. Oh, by the way, this stage right here, the one that you get when you beat all the other ones, is actually pretty tough. But Ku can solo it, so that was nice. It's like, it basically debuffs the fight, and then it has an insta-kill gimmick on the first health bar break. But Ku has guts. And then, also the instant death doesn't even work all the time. And then the fight is all about debuffs, and Ku does really well against debuffs, so. Fuma beats it really easy, but I didn't make a video with Fuma because Fuma's a bonus servant, so it kills all the fun. Like, Fuma is literally Phantom but better there. They're both AoE assassins, but then Fuma has slightly higher stats, and Fuma can do buff block, which is better than buff removal there, because it means you can put the buff block on the boss and then break his first health bar, and then when the boss goes to cast the 3 attack ups, so it'll all just fail. Fuma's so much better, but it's not really worth a video because Fuma's also a bonus servant, so it just makes it really easy for him. Like, if he wasn't a bonus servant, it would have been video worthy, and also be like, hey look, I'm Phantom but better, but because he's a bonus servant, it's just too easy. Yeah, I'd imagine Orion would be good there because Orion has debuff immunity, and then he also has guts for the insta-death. Yeah, I guess Fuma's a bonus servant because of his costume. Hey, Lonely Boy, thank you for the resub for 9 freaking months, dude. I have 1 Grail, because Candace is 100, and we got another Grail. I've thought about giving it to Phantom, and then redoing the fight on this account, because with 1 Grail, he could do it, because he was only 2,000 health short. But you still would need really good luck. I probably will try it again. Let's do some of the other fights first, and then we'll might do that. Like I can show you all the horror. What was the saber fight? Let me think. The Avenger was Ishtar. The ruler was Amakusa. Rider's red hair. What the hell was the art? I don't even remember. Oh, it's Trap Face. That's what it is. I don't remember what this fight's gimmick was. What do we want to do? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fujino can solo this. Like, I'm pretty sure she got that. Let's try Evil Cat. I'm sorry, Regular Cat. I don't know why people call her Evil Cat. I know it's because of the alignment thing, but that's dumb because there's like Kojiro is evil and he doesn't get that. Like, it makes so much more sense to call the Ultra version Evil Cat, which is what I always did, and now everyone calls her Evil Cat now, and it's silly. Anyway, either default or Atlas. I'll do default. I don't know why the team name is named that, but Suzuka Gozen's pretty good on JP, she's pretty meh on NA, but she's not like the best 4-star saber by any means, but she's fine. I'm trying to remember if there's ever been a single saber boss fight that was actually a problem for Fujino. I don't think so. Like, even when it's a full-on challenge quest and you just fight one big nasty saber or something, or like, you know, when you fought Shiki. I guess NA's about to do this, right? Are you? No, wait, no, you're getting Fate 0. That's what it is. You already did. You already did the K&K rerun. Anyway, there's that challenge quest with Void Shiki and Spooky Ghost. You know, it's a fairly hard challenge quest to solo. And yeah, Fujino can do it, so I can't think of much else. Nero and Gwen. I mean, it really depends on who you like more. Like, in terms of pure practicality, they're really different from each other because Gwen is so bursty, and then when Gwen gets his second skill buff, he's really good for like normal card burst damage and stuff. But Nero's all about like long-term survivability and that kind of thing. So it's either like gameplay-wise, they're both good, but they fill completely different roles. They're not even remotely similar to each other, so it's kind of up to like what you need. And then in terms of you know, how much you like them, that's just up to you. So for me, I pick Gwen, right? Because I like Gwen a lot more, but that's just me. I probably should have brought Atlas. Actually, I tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give her command codes because we can respec into command codes. So I think that debuff like nerfed you more every turn. So if you don't get rid of it, it's really bad. It was something like that anyway. Who has the debuff clear? Probably Hans, yep. It is nice being able to respec though for challenge quests. Whatever you decide to bring for that challenge quest, you can kind of really give them, you know, command codes that are tailored to that fight. And you can basically do that every challenge quest now, so that's kind of cool. Whoops, no. It's funny, so many characters, you'll give them like Star Bomb or Star Jin's command codes on their quick cards, but she makes so many stars that there's no point. Like, it's irrelevant doing that. Alright. Hey, Blue Note.
ましょう。
僕は
速やかに殲滅します。
僕はやるぜ。
I mean, there are things I don't like about being able to respec command codes all the time, because it was kind of nice that you could like set up a character before and you had to like space out your command codes and stuff. But I will say, and I think this is pretty undeniable, and I think this is more important than that. Like what I just described is nice, but it's not actually important, right? And what I'm about to talk about I think is important, where the gap between like 1 to 3 stars and like what new players are going to be working with compared to what whales have, the gap has gotten so big that I think it's a real problem. And there's just a lot of things that 1 to 3 stars are just completely lacking. There's certain like style of units that these still don't have, and it's a huge problem. And I think one of the things that can help compensate for that and just remove a lot of RNG that's unnecessary. Like there's like a lot of RNG that like budget setups will run into that they shouldn't, right? There's like certain RNG they have to deal with that they just shouldn't, and it's stupid. And command codes can at least offset that somewhat. Like they don't necessarily fix it all the time, but they make it better and make it less dumb. And it rewards you knowing the game well enough to be able to bring the command codes on the right units that make sense. And so it's nice to be, every time you take on a challenge quest, to kind of just sit down and take it seriously and think about, okay, I'm gonna bring these units, so, and this is the fight's about these gimmicks. What are the command codes I can bring, right? And so overall, I think that's actually very good for the game. Now, there's, you know, drawbacks, and I think there are better ways to fix this, right? Like, how about you actually add a proper single target caster, or how about you actually add a low star servant that has a decent amount of battery, or, you know, give low stars better ways of dealing with debuffs. You know, why don't you do that instead, right? Then you wouldn't really need to rely on having to respec command codes all the time. But, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, it is something that definitely makes things more reasonable, and I think that's more important than... Because, and here's the thing, and I've already noticed this, when there's not a challenge quest going on or whatever, I'm a lot more, like, I sat down and looked at what's in my support list. Okay, let me spread out my command codes best among those characters. There was a lot of characters I was not giving command codes to because I was like, oh, but I'll probably have to respec out of it later, and as cool as it would be to give, like, Sanson some stuff, it's not really worth it, right? And that kind of sucks. Where, the way it is now, it's like, I'm just gonna set up my, you know, I can't give every character the best command codes, right? I still can't do that, but I can basically set up my support list so whatever I do have slotted can have the best stuff I have available to me, right? I'm still gonna have to spread it out amongst that support list, but I don't waste anything, where like so many command codes and stuff would just go to waste. It's like, oh, what if I need this for a niche later, so I don't want to respec twice? And if I don't equip it to anybody, I'll just have to respec once for it, right? And that sucks. Basically, as great as command codes are, there was day one and even now, there's been a lot of problems with them, right? Like the whole respec thing didn't work very well. And I think the way to fix this is they should have made some command codes like unique, where you're not allowed to equip them multiple times to the same servant, but then you could get multiple copies of them. Now, maybe not like a million copies of them, sure, but I think that would have made people more willing to like, that was the thing, and I think a lot of people in this boat, they were literally unwilling to use half their command codes, because like, oh yeah, I could slap it on this unit, because I don't need it on my favorite unit right now, but I might need it later, but so I should just not equip it to anyone, because then I'd have to respec twice, right? That's bad, that's very bad for the game. It's like you're literally, like, well over half of my command codes I never equipped to anybody, right? Because like, oh yeah, I don't want to have to respec twice. Now on a completely random topic that has absolutely nothing to do with what I was just talking about. So multiple times we've had polls of who chat likes more overall. Like, even though Odin's not in FGO, but just like the overall myths and stuff. What do people like more, Odin or Zeus? Because they're kind of similar, but obviously quite different. And Odin always wins, and by a lot. Like, generally Odin just absolutely stomps Zeus. And it's I was thinking about, it's kind of funny because it kind of, I guess, just speaks to how much more likable Odin is, I guess, or something. Because generally things that are, how to put this, things that are like more in front of people, when you poll a large number of people, more recent things or things that are more obvious get more votes, right? Now, obviously, that doesn't apply to everybody, but as a whole, like if a new anime comes out and you poll everyone, what's your favorite anime character? More recent anime will do better, right, than normal. Like that's always how it is, right? Things that are like in your face and have actually gotten screen time, or like a side character in an anime will become more popular as they get more screen time, even if their characterization doesn't change. You know, like that. This is just it's how people are, right? And Odin, you know, obviously we're polling people, you know, that are obviously very FGO specific. And Zeus has had screen time and has a design and a voice actor and all this stuff, and Odin doesn't have any of those things, and Odin still wins. So it just kind of shows how much more popular Odin is, I guess. Do I want the attack up? I'm gonna say no. Wasting the heal here, unfortunately. Never took damage. Yeah, it sucks that we probably won't get to see Odin in the FGO. Especially when they have such a good chance to do it. So I want to break this turn. I'm gonna overcharge like a motherfucker here, I think, but whatever. I feel like this is the easiest fight out of all of these, by the way. Oh, look at you fucking draining my MP. And then giving it all back, you stupid son of a bitch. Well, that was one of the most pointless gimmicks ever. His gimmick was literally draining your NP, and then you just had such a high hit count that you get all the NP back. Yeah, if they added Odin, I would definitely want to get him. So I want to point out that although I agree Zeus has a reputation for being a rapist, he's not. Because overwhelmingly, you know, he is generally portrayed as sleeping around. That definitely is a thing. But overwhelmingly, he does not rape anybody in like almost all versions of the legends. There are some, you know, the different writers and authors in different time periods and different cities and stuff had different takes on their legends and stuff. And some did portray him pretty negatively, but like with Europa, overwhelmingly, it's not even portrayed. It literally isn't. It's just said that like they slept together and that's it, right? And people just fill in the blanks. Oh yeah, he raped her, right? Like that's there. It's not a thing. Like unquestionably, Zeus, in you know the overwhelming majority of legends, sleeps around, like very much so. There's no way around that. But it's really the community that's kind of like pushed that onto him based on like literally one story. It's very silly. It's the same thing for Poseidon. Overwhelmingly, Poseidon is not portrayed as raping anybody. But there's literally like 2 stories that he does that are written by different writers that have nothing to do with all the other legends. And like I said, it's pretty complicated. There's almost no way to reconcile a lot of Greek mythology. People don't really realize this, but it's just true. Like, there's a lot of conflating legends and takes on characters. And like I've said, like with Canis really only has one origin story, right? So there's really, but that origin story is in conflict with a lot of the other legends where they can't both be true, right? Like the characterizations don't match up. And there's a lot of stuff like that in Greek mythology, and it's because different people wrote it, you know, different people had different takes on it. So it's just, and some things, you'd have one person like going this direction, you know, or taking something as their base and making certain assumptions, right? And then like then someone else would make different assumptions about the same gods or characters or whatever, so they don't work. Because like Medusa is actually another good example, because in one story of Medusa, Poseidon rapes her, but then like every other story with her, he doesn't, right? And her origin is normally just not even described. And again, they're being written by different people. Almost all stories about Medusa don't really describe her like origin at all, right? Like overwhelmingly. And so it's like, what I've noticed what people do in the modern era, especially with Reddit and everything, is people will basically find the most shock value take on any legend that like subverts expectations or makes something look edgy or bad, and then the appropriate that one and spread that one, and everyone acts like that's the universal version of the character. It's just kind of silly. Like, and yeah, you shouldn't ignore it either. It's a version of the story, but like, it really, I've noticed that this has become such a thing. And like, it's really stupid with Achilles, I think, is the worst one, where people literally take Roman propaganda, more or less, and act like it's like the origin story of Achilles. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's just silly. Also, watch me get like triple crit and die here. So I can finally heal myself. I don't think they'd make Odin art, I think, but I mean, you could kind of get away with, honestly, any of the three. Whole trickster thing you could kind of do with quick, right? And he's really powerful and all that too, though, so Buster can work. But I'd say art probably would be the best. But there's really no point in saving the stage. The stage is fucking easy. Man, because I've already done the challenge quest 1 to 3 stars, I kind of want to use Achilles to see how he does. Like, make everything else pretty budget, but then go Achilles and see how he do. I was surprised with how well Medusa did in the challenge quest. You know, she's not like the best pick ever, definitely not. But for a 3-star, she was pretty good because her class did all pretty well. Rider is probably not the. I think AoE Archer is probably one of the best classes you could pick for like budgety stuff. But Rider was fine. And then the biggest threat in that challenge quest is just crits from Paul and crits from Blood Axe. Those are like, and the Spriggan. Those are the problems. And Medusa has crit down, so between that and like you bring the crit down command codes and stuff, you're actually like in really good shape. But yeah, it's like it or not, there is no definitive version of Zeus, right? And a lot of the versions of Zeus, he's not that bad. He's always portrayed as being fairly egotistical and you know, definitely sleeps around and those kinds of things. Like he's not benevolent, dear God. Like the Greek gods are just not even designed to be benevolent, like at all. But people really exaggerate those things, and it really annoys me. And it's like, it's fine if a game wants to take a certain, like, version, right? You have all these different versions of the characters, all the different mythology takes and stuff. So if a video game wants to be like, okay, let's base Gorgon off this backstory, like with Poseidon did rape her, or not. Like, they can do it the other way if they want to. That's fine, right? Or if they want to portray, if a game wants to portray Zeus as a complete twat, you know, a really bad person, that's fine. There's stuff to base that on, that's fine, there's not a problem. But when like the community at large acts like that's like the definitive version of the legend, when there is no definitive version of the legend, it's just silly. It's the same thing with Arthurian legends too. Like, there's no definitive version of the Green Knight. There's just not. There's like 4 or 5 major stories with him, and some of them kind of sync up, but then some of them really don't, and they're at complete odds with each other. There's no way to have all of these things, you know, exist at the same time, right? So it's just picking and choosing, which is fine. Like, oh yeah, it's like with comic books or whatever. You're like, oh yeah, I like the way this writer writes this thing, so that's the one I'm going to focus on. That's fine, right? But again, it's not right to act like it's like this definitive thing, because like seriously, the Green Knight is all over the place in terms of like there's a few reoccurring themes with them. Like he's normally kind of, you know, he's not a Knight of the Round, and then also he's, you know, normally got some sort of connection to like the forests and everything, but that's not even universal. But yeah, there's a, you know, he's always kind of like a mysterious figure and all that, but like his, like if he's friendly or not to the Round Table is all over the place, And some of the older stories, he's like completely antagonistic to the Knights of the Round, and then in his most famous story, he's kind of in the middle, and then in, I think it's Arthur and Cromwell, he's like really friendly with the Knights of the Round, right? It's like, these are all at complete odds with each other, right? Like, they're all over the place, and he has, like, the character doesn't behave the same way. No, Zeus is not just, oh, I mean, Z in terms of the name is a meme, yeah, but like the way people act around Zeus is not just a meme. Like I know many people that they basically have learned about Zeus through fucking Reddit, and then they just believe that he's just like this, you know, horrible rapist and all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Same for Achilles. Yeah, it'd be lame if Grey Knight doesn't wear armor, but I wouldn't put it past them. I hate these interludes. After you beat the bosses, you have to do these stupid interlude fights that are super easy, that are way easier than the bosses. I don't get it. But yeah, people have this like idea that like the ancient world was like so set in stone, and they're just like we are. I mean, look at you know, any of our, you know, stories, we're all over the place now. There's a million versions of Batman, right? There's just so many versions now, right? They were actually worse about those kinds of things because they didn't have copyright, right? So that's a big part of the problem. Also, their communication wasn't as good. A lot of things spread through word of mouth and things like that. So random cities would get like wind of these stories and they make their own versions of it and change things and all that kind of nonsense. Let's see if you can solo this. I would imagine so. Oh, do you fight Brunhilde here? I don't even remember. Kingdom Hearts, oh man. These sprites are gonna be annoying. I'm pretty sure this background they made for the Awawa event way back. Not actually sure that's better indie game, but probably pretty close. I know for Pimp or Buster Buster Extra is way better than Buster Buster art, but it's not true for all characters. It normally is though. I think I tried to get my NP off the trash and then NP her in the face. Oh, they gave Zigguard like stage gimmicks here. I probably should have Chin-gonged them and used someone else. Oh well, although I guess that might be blasphemy, although it's hilarious. That's such a Chin-gong thing to do. This is supposed to be like a thing, right? And then Chin just runs it. Crap, I didn't kill him. I didn't get my NP! Well, we get to have Starjin here, boys. Not that we really need it, but wow. Why you gotta be like that? I don't know how big her defense up is. I'll save the Buster and attack up and hope this is good enough on its own. Yeah, I need to use the evade for the normal attack, so we have guts for the EP. Oh my god! She is so tanky. Okay, we have to go back to the drawing board on this one. Yeah, the second I saw that challenge quest, I thought Choco Jana might be able to do well there. That is like the style of stage for her. Like, not only is it AoE and long term, and that's exactly what she is, but then she's got the offensive buff removal and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure that's tough as hell though, just because that stage is pretty long, so. And Saber's a little wonky in that stage. We need like way more damage. Problem is the sprites. Yeah, his drain's guaranteed too. It's not one of the RNG ones, thank goodness. I wonder what that skill is called. Well, that's not a good hand. No damage and no real MP gain. Some MP gain, but not great. Fucking Christ, man! Every time! You just want your damn MP and the game's like, nah. It's a wasted turn, literally a whole wasted turn there. It's awful. Damn it. This is so bad. Like, it's really frustrating because the only reason that happened is because I think she does it when she's like at a certain health threshold, and we would have skipped that if it wasn't for LOL 95% MP gain. I mean, we could put a dragon on the field if we wanted to. Go slap K-Scope on George. Have Leonidas die first. The MP battery on death would give George's MP then, and then there you go, it's a dragon. I'm just gonna focus completely on NP gain here. I was hoping for a random crit, but no luck. Surely, I'll get my NP here. This has gotta be overkill though. I'm guessing it's 50% or lower. She'll do evade if she's not quite 50%. This might be wasteful. I'm not sure I should go for the crits right now, but I don't want to risk not breaking. Yep, should not have gone for the crits. Oh my god. We wasted a lot there. We wasted the stars, we wasted the crit buff. That was not great. Well, we learned something. Okay, she lost her defense thing. I think I kill one of these. Try to not have Guts go off. I mean, Guts is probably gonna go off this turn though. This is complicated. She'll die next in P. Even if I don't stop this thing from NPing, I need it to die anyway, so... Oh boy. Well, definitely gonna die this turn. Feels bad. I need my NP. Damn it. I'll just bust her at once in the face. Okay, we're going to NP Drain. But it doesn't matter. We're about to. I have to use Guts now. I'm about to die. Oh god. Imagine if we could have saved our crit stars and our crit buff. We could have the extra 20 crit stars and our crit buff right here. I'd be feeling a lot more confident then. I think we're alright though, because we have Guts still. So even if we don't kill here, we'll win next turn. And we might kill here. Oh yeah. Gee, okay. Please MP5. So is she like having a moment? That looks pretty cool. Don't really know why she's here. I don't really get that. Valkyrie squad. Alright, that one's Ishtar. So, okay. Hold on. Let me switch to the other account so I can put command codes on Phantom.
Yeah, いらっしゃいだね、マスター君。地道にコツコツやる？それとも盛大にリソースを使うのかな？
Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this again. Let me think. Mash doesn't have anything that I need. Okay, alright, where's the boy? The man, the myth. I'm trying to even remember. This is so fucked up. I might switch what card I put that on. I wasn't really... It's like, I almost didn't have a choice to put it on that one, but like, I don't know. I could maybe put it on a quick card. So what really sucks is you basically have to bring the debuff removal one, and it's only because of the starting gimmick. And if you don't remove like the starting gimmick, you're so fucked because you'll just keep getting stunned. It adds so much RNG to this too. Like you need to either have the stun not proc in the first 2 turns, or you need to get that command code within the first 2 turns, right? One of those 2 things happening is fairly likely, but if it doesn't, one of those 2 things doesn't happen, you're fucked. Okay, that gets rid of the attack buff, which is absurd that I have to bring that, but you really do. I might switch around the heal and the heal plus. I might switch that. We'll see. Believe me, I know Phantom has buff removal naturally. I've literally already talked about this like 10 times. But again, if you wait to do charm, the boss will just kill you because you'll break the health bar, and then he gets the 3 attack buffs, and then he attacks because he's not charmed. And then you can't use evade from the Mystic Code because then the NP will kill you. Like it's like I've thought of this or something. Alright, this is actually going to be objectively harder. This is going to be objectively harder on this account. If I was going to accomplish this, I should have done it on the other account. Because now I'm going to have to, I'll have less battery for my taunt walls. Because when I was doing my main account, I had Phantom. So I could summon another George, and they could both have the 20% charge on death. I think we're fucked because of that. Like, because you're really pushing it on NP gain here, because you... spoilers, Art of Death is, in the long run, slightly better than Golden Sumo here. It's less consistent, but it like peaks better, if that makes any sense. And so you need that starting NP really bad. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You give him the event CE, and then it would be really easy, but I'll try with Golden Sumo, but I'm gonna probably have to go to Art of Death, because I'm pretty sure you need that. Dude, Phantom's damage is just so bad. Like, it's so bad. I just logged in, and then the game is just like, lol, no, you're not gonna show up now. Yeah, it's funny, the Yang CE is basically Art of Death, but better. That's why I don't use it. But again, if it was an unlimited CE, I'd use it, but because it's limited, I'm not gonna really use it unless it's like in a really extreme circumstance. Okay, if one of your taunts guards, you should taunt with the other one first. Because if I taunt with George right now, George can't get stunned because he doesn't have the debuff, right? But Leonidas could get stunned right away. So I should go ahead and taunt with him. It's like really important to keep that in mind. This is a really bad start because Phantom didn't get his clear. Didn't get stunned though, that's good. If you don't, they'll get rid of that debuff by the time you break that health bar, you'll always get stunned. It's like predetermined. Alright, this might look nuts, but I've done this so many times. You actually fucking charm here before your taunts are dead. And you might be like, why do you do that? You don't really get any value out of that. And it's true, you do not get much value out of that. But it's because if you charm any later, you will die before charm comes back. And it's better to get like, basically you're getting half a turn out of it here. If you charm here, you get half a turn out of it. So over the whole fight, you basically get a turn and a half out of your charm. Where if you wait, you only get one turn out of it. And it sucks because you're at the mercy of the deck, where if like you might get a hand where you can't capitalize on this. If George had the stun thing there, I would have already cast his taunt, because it's a multi-turn taunt, and then that way if he gets stunned while you're waiting, the taunt remains. Okay, so it's really important to not cast Phantom's first skill until after you remove the stun debuff, because if you do your first skill, and you do the buff removal, or debuff removal, you'll remove the defense down first, and then you're fucked. Okay, it's not good to use the heal here. If you use the heal on one of the turns like way sooner, it's fine, because it'll be back by the time you need it. But if I use it now, it'll be on cooldown when I need it, so I have to skip it, which sucks. Okay, so I need to attack, and I need to remove my defense down, and then I need to apply the heal up, so I can heal next turn, and get a bigger heal out of it. By the way, chat, this is with a level, we're counterclassing. I want to make this very clear, we are counterclassing right now, right? That's when your unit is at their best, okay? And this Phantom is you know, 1k foed, is max level, you know, all that stuff. And we have a level 100 golden sumo, right? So it's adding a huge amount of attack, and then you get that 15% attack like permanently. So it's adding a lot of damage here. And watch this fucking shit. Fucking 30. That's actually better than normal, by the way. Okay, that's really bad. You basically have to just hope he doesn't do that. And sometimes he does. And now we're in like huge trouble because he has an evade. Alright, so we might as well use this turn to just get stars and shit. Look at that heal, though. If you're thinking we're screwed, you are correct. We actually would have been on par for a decent run if he had not casted the evade there. We probably still would have lost, because I know this fight really well, but Oh yeah, another reason this fight is bullshit and why you have to bring the attack removal thing is because a lot of the time, I cannot stress this, a lot of the time you break his first health bar and that makes him stop being shadow fuck, and then he gets his normal NP, and then he NPs you, and you might be like, oh, who cares, you have evade. You do not understand You do not understand, you fools, right? You fucking break his health bar, and he gets his normal NP, and he gives himself the triple attack buff, and his NP skill seals you, so you can't remove all the attack buffs. And if you time, and you're like, oh, well, then you time it so you break the health bar when he doesn't have his NP. Then he just one-shots you with the attack buffs, right? Like, and you can gamble. I've done this, right? You gamble, so you see what happens. Like, okay, maybe we just get lucky, and he doesn't crit, or he does a lot of quick attacks, and you phase tank one turn of all those attack buffs and you don't die. Then you use Phantom's second skill and you remove all the attack buffs and stuff. The problem with that is you normally get so low in health that then you'll die anyway, and then at that point removing the attack buffs just doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't work. Believe me, I've tried this like every angle possible. It is so much better to like use you use the charm so he can't do anything on the break bar turn, right? So you skip his turn that turn. And then you use that turn to remove one of the attack buffs. Because then he doesn't do so much damage to you. He'll do like a lot less damage to you, so you can actually recover with like the healing and the command code and stuff. It's like the only fucking way. Otherwise, you're just fucked. By the way, we're super fucked here though, because we can't charm. We already used evade. We're breaking way later than normal. So because this time we are going to use the charm to remove the attack buffs. That's because I literally have to phase tank here. I have like no options, so. Also, I swear to God, Phantom, if you don't break here, we're good. Saying I know this fight well is just such an understatement. Like, I literally was doing this for like 5 fucking hours. I know like every fucking outcome that can possibly happen. It's really stupid. So, we very easily could have died on that turn. Thankfully we didn't. But yeah, it's really easy to just die right there if he has all those attack buffs. Okay, I have to do the art card second because I need the heal boost. Yeah, I don't really get why Phantom's not an event servant, because he actually was in the story. The music knows. Basically, he has to die on the next NP when we have the attack buff, but we're probably going to die before we get the next NP, because, yeah, there you go. So, there you have it. And see, basically, you need the earlier stuff to go better, and then you can get farther. The problem is, you basically need to live like another turn or two to get your NP, and then you need that NP to kill. And believe me, it doesn't, right? The best I've gotten is like 3 times I got the boss to 2k health. You need like a Buster crit NP and shit like that, and it never happens, dude. I've been trying to find a way to get just like a tiny bit of better value than this, and I have just never been able to do that. I'm gonna switch to. I'm really pissed. Like Art of Death is better, but it's less better. I just muted myself up by mistake. Art of Death is less better on this account because I don't have as much starting NP because of the taunts not being as good. Like Art of Death is noticeably weaker in the short term because one, it doesn't give you as much default attack and that kind of stuff and no starting NP, but it is better in the long term. Like if you do get lucky and you do live an extra turn or two and things like that. It is better. It didn't update the CD. There we go. Honestly, like, there's no reason that Castoria should be an event servant. Like, there's literally no reason. They're just doing it because they're trying to make her hype, right? The challenge quest is obviously designed with her in mind. Like, it's off. Okay, game. Okay. Nope. I know this fight well enough that I know we cannot afford such a thing. But like the challenge quest is literally designed to show off Caster Artoria. Like it's just designed for that. He is humanoid, but that would be funny if he wasn't. Damn it, I was so hoping we'd get our buff removal thing, because now you have to roll the dice. The stun chance is not that high, but it's like if it procs in either one of them, it's really bad. Fuck. Well, that's that. Yeah, you pretty much lose if that happens. Because now Phantom will probably get attacked, and you really can't afford that. Because if you hadn't noticed, you're really pushing it on value in this fight. Wow. You can charm there, and I do that a lot. It's just, if Phantom only has like one card like that, I mean, you're basically skipping the turn, so it's pretty much over. But you can charm there to kind of make up for that. But I just know the fight well enough that I know you would still lose. Dude, what's so fucked is it's honestly shocking that Phantom can get as close to beating the stage as he can, because he's so bad, right? And it's a testament to everything but Phantom. You're basically trying to beat this stage with Golden Sumo or Art of Death and command codes, right? That's literally what you're trying to beat the stage with, because he's so bad. Like, do you realize how much value we got out of the command codes? Like, the amount of healing and stuff we got out of them? It's crazy. None of his skills give any value like that, right? Like, not at all. If literally one of his skills did something good, like his third skill is so bad. I don't think people understand how bad Phantom's third skill is. Because overwhelmingly the charm would work anyway, which means your third skill does nothing, right? If his third skill was just like a heal, an evade, a guts, invulnerability, a big attack up, an art up, he could win, right? If it just did anything of basic value, you would win, right? Hell, even if you got a crit up, and you just happen to crit, you would win, right? But it's like none of his skills do anything, right? So it's like you're trying to win with command codes, basically. It's so fucked. Nobody guarded, feels bad. And, like, no one guarded and got the same fucking hand again. Oh my god, really? This is literally playing out the exact same way as the other one. The same cards and everything. Well, I got 2 cards at least. If I couldn't have removed the stun this turn though, that would have been so bad. Okay, we kind of recovered from that, honestly. We got lucky with the shuffle. If we had not gotten a good shuffle there, that stun would not have been worth it, but thankfully that was okay. Okay, we did not get our NP, which sucks, but it is what it is. I want a quick chain, but I don't want to do the heal. I want to guess I do the heal boost. Or do we need the damage? I think we need the damage. I think I do need to do the heal boost too. I think we just hope for luck and we do both. We do Buster and we do the heal boost. Really hoping the Buster would randomly crit. Oh god. The music knows. You don't, chat, you do not understand how much I want to solo this with Phantom. I literally spent hours and hours and hours and hours trying and kept getting so close but not being able to do it. Like, I want the win so bad. Like, I want it so much more than the challenge quest. Like, seriously, fuck the challenge quest. I want to solo this with Phantom so fucking badly. It's just, he's so shit! So, I'm tempted to use the heal bonus and then use the Mystico heal, but the thing is, I kind of need to use the craft that, or the CC heal, so it goes on cooldown and I can use it again. So I basically just need to not die here. What's sad is I have been tempted to grail him for this. Like, I care that much. Hi, Rex. Motherfucker! Why are you so weak? Although, to be fair, if we had broken there, we probably would have died. And see, now we're about to get skill sealed, but, you know, it is what it is. Basically, I gotta set up for a really big heal. It's actually really good. I'm glad I just thought of this. He just cast the attack buff, and this attack buff lasts a while, and then he's gonna get those other free attack buffs. And you need to have 4, and I wouldn't have enough time to get rid of them all. But thankfully, I can get rid of one of these here. That's really good. If I couldn't do that, I'd be in a lot of trouble. I mean, I'm in a lot of trouble anyway, but, the problem is the skill steal's chance is really high, and Phantom doesn't really have magic resist, so... Wait, did I not do that? What happened? Did I not do the heal boost? Oh, fuck, oh, fuck, I know what I did. Oh, fuck, I just threw out like so much healing. I should have done this thing first. Removing the attack buff also heals you, and it took the heal boost. Oh, fuck. I could normally heal for like 4,500 right now, which is huge. But I can only heal for 3,000. I think that's GG. There's no way we're like that much health absolutely matters. Fuck. Oh, that sucks, dude. Cause yeah, I'd have 1,500 more health right now, and that's a big deal. It's like between that and removing one of the attack buffs, that's how you stay alive longer. Although I would have died anyway. Fucking. So I've also tried this where you bring the CC that gets rid of his crit buff. There's this command code that removes crit buff and puts crit down on them. It's good because it prevents that from happening, but I find you basically just need to not... Because, okay, here's the thing about getting rid of his crit buff. Yes, it increases your odds of not getting crit by a lot, but you could theoretically just not get crit anyway if you get lucky. And I think you Phantom is so shit, you basically need... how do I put this? You basically need Phantom to just not get crit and then have another command code that's better. Right? Like, you basically have to have your cake and eat it too, otherwise you're just gonna lose. Like, if you go with the removing the crit buff route, you just don't have enough value, so you basically just have to hope you don't get crit anyway. It's stupid, but, well, welcome to how bad Phantom is. Yeah, it's unfortunate, though, because I really want to do the challenge quest on this account, but, I feel like I'm going to be doing this for the rest of the event until I find... Because there are a few other command code and CE combos I can think of. Also, I could level the CE. I could level up the CE some. I leveled a bit more, that would help. And I also could level this first skill to 10, I just don't want to because it barely matters and it would destroy my mats. So I'm trying not to do that, and it just doesn't help very much, but it would help a little bit if I leveled this first skill to 10. Yeah, you can do this with a command spell. Like, just one command spell and you could do this. I literally have already gotten to the point many times where if I used one command spell to heal, I would win. I've gotten this boss to 2k health 3 fucking times with Phantom. And like, the boss was about to NP or anything, but Phantom had, like, you know, no health left. If I just used the command spell to heal there, I would have won. Yet again, we do not have our stun removal command code. Feels bad. And yes, I've tried Atlas here, and no, it's not good. And it's not surprising it's not good, because Phantom's skills aren't good enough to warrant bringing them back sooner. It's just, you just don't get enough out of them. The music notes, by the way. God, we're having to roll the dice so hard now. Please don't fucking stun Phantom. Oh god, do I have to... I'm trying to think if I use the heal here. It's a really bad time to do it. I think we don't. I actually probably should have charmed there. So, if you charm now, it generally doesn't work out. It can if you get really lucky, right? Like, if you charm here, you get the most value out of your charm. And if you're able to miraculously live to get your charm back, then it's good, but that almost never happens. The odds are really, really bad, so I'm just gonna not charm, and I'm gonna wait to charm until I'm gonna break the first health bar. Okay, unfortunately I have to not use my first skill. It sucks, but I was just never able to remove the stun, so I can't use my first skill. Because if I use my first skill, I'll remove the defense down instead, which is really bad. Phantom skills are so worth it, dude. Get him on cooldown. He's got that long-term value like Taco-Gun, alright? I probably should. I just think I just messed up. I shouldn't have done my first skill because I'm not gonna be able to remove the defense down here. I can't afford to. Oh god, he already did attack up and crit up. Oh god. This is so bad. Art of Death, and he did 39k with his MP. That's just outrageously bad. Wow, we got destroyed. I think we've just lost. Yeah, there's no coming back from that. I misplayed though. I made some mistakes on that one. I've thought about putting like the crit removal on his Buster card. I just don't think it works because you're pushing it so much on damage. I don't think you can afford to not have the Gilgamesh one. Like when everything goes right and you get that final turn, you're pushing it on damage so much. I don't think you can afford to not have the Gilgamesh one. I wish someone would guard that. That would be great. How do I like how I've never gotten the command code to remove the stun. I've literally gotten every other card multiple times, but I just cannot get that one. There's just so many things. Like, Phantom has such bad value that you can't afford anything to go wrong. Like, if Phantom gets stunned that turn, you just lose. It's like, well, that's over. So I want to charm. This is the only turn you can get away with charming. The problem is, Leonidas, you can then get stunned, and that'd be fucked. But I mean, you have to play to your outs. If you play like standard value, you'll always lose because Phantom is trash. You do not have the luxury of like doing the middle of the road safe plays. You have to do the YOLO. Potentially gives you huge value if you get really lucky plays. Otherwise, you're just going to lose this fucking fight. Well, we we paid for our. I mean, we would have lost anyway. Like, I pretty much guarantee we would have lost anyway if I hadn't charmed. So. Wow, he got double stunned. And see, now you're basically just taking free damage. This turn you're just taking damage where you otherwise wouldn't have taken damage. Thankfully, he didn't do anything too nasty. Like, I think we're fucked, but we can kind of come back from that. I think we heal without the heal boost. You dealt quick. Chat, is it bad that even though I want to grail Tesla, I want to grail Beowulf, I have so many units I want to grail right now that I'm actually considering grailing Phantom. The thing is, it means more if you can win at 65, so that's the thing. But he would literally only need one grail to be able to beat this. He would still need loads of luck, but I know if you get a lucky run, I know if he was 70, I know he could beat it. But it'd be so stupid to grail Phantom. Actually, in the long run, I am planning on grailing a lot of servants, not grailing them super high, but I'm probably going to give Arash one grail, because he goes from 60 to 70 in one grail. And I'll probably grail, like, a Spartacus, stuff like that. But I'm wanting to wait till I get a few other things up. So I have to somehow not die this turn. If I heal now, I lose. So I just have to hope he doesn't kill me this turn, somehow. It's okay, I heal for 100. And then he crit me with no crit buff. I could have actually gotten a lot of health back. I could have healed for 4,500 that turn, and then evaded, and then broken, and then I would have gotten the 2k heal again off my command code. So I could have kind of ran that back. By the way, you can beat this stage with Fuma basically no matter what happens with the RNG, because Fuma's a good unit. Oh my god, I can actually get rid of the stun here. I think I charm right now. The thing is, oh, that's not good though, because Phantom's only got 2 cards left in the deck. Yeah, I can't. There's like, I will not get value out of it. And the only way I'd get value out of it is if literally both of those cards are in the next hand. I'd have to have both Phantom cards in the next hand for it to be right to charm here. And besides, it's better to hold the charm for next turn in case Leonidas gets stunned. It's like it gives you an out. Leo did not get stunned. So do I charm and hope he doesn't get stunned again? No, because we got like all of Phantom's cards, so we need the deck to shuffle. So really just not gonna get value out of charm this time. At least not like a double charm anyway. Oh, I wish I had my NP there. See, turns like this is why I don't want the heal boost on the art card. Because basically I need the heal boost so I can apply it a second time next turn. But this is a terrible turn to do. This is a terrible turn to do an art card. I should do triple quick or buster quick quick. That's why I'm thinking about switching it. I'm thinking about switching the heal to the art card and the heal boost to the quick card. Because the problem with having the heal on the quick card is turns like this, I basically don't get to do triple quick because then I waste the heal and I can't afford that. So I guess we go with the damage route. Try to use the crits while we got them. We just have to hope that 40% crits basically and the 80%. You trash. Fucking trash. How are you gonna do me like that? You're just not gonna not even the 80. Not even the 80. God, like what was the point? What was the point of the first skill then? God. Oh my god, we hit for 42k with our NP, I don't believe it. And then we didn't crit with anything again. We could have like potentially broken on this turn. Oh my god, and now he just... See, now I have to make the decision of if I remove the evade. What sucks is I think you don't. I think if you remove the evade, you just lose. Because then you have that annoying turn where he'll, you know, NP and skill C and all that shit, and then he already has the triple attack buff and everything. Also, what's so stupid is I'm not actually confident Phantom could break. I'm serious. I know this fight pretty well. If I removed his evade right now, there's a decent chance that he would not break. Like if we crit, he would. Like if we did like Buster Quick or Buster Quick Guard, something like that, any crits, we would break. But if he didn't, we probably would not break. Which it's just the saddest fucking thing ever. I just have to make enough stars and try to hope I crit next turn. So we're gonna have to, and we lose. We've super lost because now he's gonna have quad attack buff and there's no, like, you cannot win from here. Like, and it was like, oh, just evade and then remove his buffs next turn. You can't do that, Einstein, because if you evade and he NPs, you're skill sealed and you can't remove his buffs next turn. This fight counters Phantom so bad, and then Phantom is such a trash unit that you just cannot afford that. Like you have to charm now, and they just hope for like, just somehow we have to not. God, this is so dumb. We don't evade now. We have to break here. Do I fucking NP to make sure I break here? No, we clearly would lose if we did that. Just crit, forehead! I'm gonna be right back, chat. Fucking worthless fucking servant! Oh, he would have broken that! I'm back, and I have a hot dog bun and apple juice. I would like to remind chat that Phantom of the Opera is using like a level 74 Art of Death, which gives you noticeably higher normal card damage than normal. And we're counterclassing. Like, if we weren't counterclassing, I wouldn't really expect them to do 54,000 damage, right? But we're counterclassing, and that's not a hard thing to do. Especially with Art of Death. Oh my god. Do you see now why I really wish I would just grail him once? Like, he just... The thresholds just do not work out. What is with all the U's, by the way? What's going on here? Not a good opening hand. Fine, it's done, George. That's not a big deal. Oh my god, I still can't remove the stun. Not a good start. Man, that's so bad, because it's like, yeah, I didn't get stunned, but I can't use my first skill now. I have to not use the 30% crit card, because if I do, I'll waste my heal boost. Man, the timing on this sucks. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! My heal wasn't back. Fuck! That was wrong. That was wrong. I should have done my first skill and done the debuff removal. It's fine. We crit anyway. That actually worked out. Save scumming, by the way. We clearly save scum that to see like the outcome, obviously. Unfortunately, we got crit, and I think we lose. But yeah, now I have to do this. Theoretically, we could break this turn, but it is not going to happen. Don't evade. Just don't evade. Just don't do it. Don't crit me either. Oh my god. All hope is lost! We've been crit so many times. This run actually would even some things weren't great. Overall, this run had potential. It really did. And then he crit the shit out of us. This is why I like using good servants, so you don't lose when this happens. The Phantom's not a good servant. He's that other thing, a bad servant, that's what it is. You know that fucking stupid saying where people are like, there's no such thing as bad servants, just bad masters? That's horseshit, by the way. That's absolutely horseshit. What the fuck do I... There's absolutely no winning when you have this little health. Like, there's no coming back from this. Is it bad that I feel like if I do triple quick, we might not break? We get a 3-of-a-kind bonus. You know, fuck it. Everything's so bad, might as well go for it, because fuck it. Just unbelievable. Just unfucking believable. Yeah, if you break, you know, then you can remove the attack buffs, you know, right? I wish Bagel was here. I would use his Phantom, and then I would just laugh at this stage. It'd be so much easier with his. You'd still need to play well, but it would give you... You wouldn't have to rely on all this RNG. You just have to play right. Yikes. It's very bad open hand. This is actually so bad, I might charm here. Yeah, I think I do. Because this is such a bad hand. I basically need access to my later hands and hope that's where all my cards are. It's the debuff removal thing. Yeah, it's in the third hand. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, game. You're a real help. At least we didn't get stunned. At least we didn't get stunned. Still couldn't cast my first skill when I wanted to, but... Please don't crit me, Mr. Horse. He doesn't have the crit chance up buff, he has crit damage up buff. So far, so good. This is everything that's happened so far is basically what you want to see. Could you high roll? Could we see a high roll? I think that was a high roll. That's all. By the way, that's probably the most depressed. That was a high roll with Art of Death. That like. Art of Death, like, his damage is so bad. Okay. So, things are a little different this time because of where we charmed. Let me think. So we're gonna get skill sealed, which is bad. Because then I can't charm next turn. So... I need to apply the heal boost, so I have enough, and I can remove. I'll be able to remove one of his. Wait. Yes, I can remove one or two of his attack buffs if I break this turn. So I have to break right now. For God's sakes, you fucking Like, what would Christina think, right? Jesus, man. Can you do 47k with Art of Death and you're counterclassing? Okay. Okay. I think we need one crit. So I know Phantom doesn't officially work for the Opera House, but you're fired. You're fucking fired. Just get out. Like, I will burn the goddamn corrals beneath the Opera House. You fucking like, what the fuck? Like, what? That run was going well, right? Because, see, we had evade, so he would have NP'd us, right? But we'd be skill sealed right now, but but we wouldn't have taken any damage. We'd taken no damage because we had evade. His NP would be gone. We get to the skill seal. He'd have his 3 attack buffs right now, and see, I would do this, boom, right? We're at full health again, right? And then I would attack him with this thing right here, which would remove one of his attack buffs. Right, so it's not so bad. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. We would do that. We'd make sure we apply our heal boost again, right? And then we would charm him, right? Then we can charm him, and then we'd use this command code, and then we'd heal again, right? Like, yeah, we might still lose, but we actually had a chance there. But this fucking jackass, just like, yeah, by the way, that Grail would have been real nice right there. Hold on. What do you want to bet that Arthur, even though he's not counterclassing, and is also AoE, could probably beat that stage if you gave him like good command codes? Because he probably hits harder than Phantom does, even though Phantom's counterclassing.
Yeah, いらっしゃいだ。
And he's got, like, you know, the crit buffs and shit. Chat, I'm trying to get XP for Art of Death right now. I don't know how many, like, useless CEs I even have on me right now, so... Let's see, so what level is Art of Death? It's 73. Jesus fucking Christ. I doubt I can even level it right now. Yeah, not even in the ballpark. Ugh.
そろそろクエストに戻る。我ながらいい調整。
The only thing I can think of that might be better is, like I said, switching around the command codes, but it's hard to say. I'm gonna try it. And if I'm like, oh god, this doesn't work, I'll just switch it back. The thing is, Madarahari has a lot of defense downs, so she essentially has attack up. And Phantom does not have anything like that. Although his NP actually does damage, so there is that. I don't think a level 60 Madarahari could do this, honestly. It depends. Like, if you give her a CE to help... Like, you could give her the debuff success chance up one so her charms always work, but at that point, you'd rather just have not used that CE and gotten lucky and had her charms work anyway. And then had a damage CE. Steno can do this easy. Steno can do it super easy. She's actually super good for this because she has like way more practical buff removal. So she won't have to, like, if he does like the fucking quick up crit up, she'll just remove it, right? No big deal. Like, Steno would fucking destroy this stage. Oh, it didn't update. Sanson could do it. Because, again, Sanson actually has skills that do things... Well, it has a skill that does a thing. The other two things wouldn't do anything. Sanson would still have a hard time, but Sanson is objectively better here because his second skill is pretty good, and then he's single target. And he applies defense down with his MP. It's just way more damage. Like, I don't think Sanson would like a level 65 Sanson is not gonna like smoke this, but it'd be a lot more reasonable than this would be. Longro would not have a chance in hell. Like, not even close. I'm gonna try it again, because it didn't get my thing. I hope it doesn't get fucking stunned. And then hopefully my cards are in the next hand, not the third hand. It's in the third hand again. As is the other card. Why, game? Just why? Imagine if that 1,500 heal could go into like an overheal, you know? That should be useful. Man, I want to use my first skill because I'm on a quick chain, but I can't. Okay, get rid of that stun. That's why it's good to get rid of the stun earlier, because then you can do the first skill. And I'd actually have a lot of stars right now. Well, I'd have some stars right now. Fuck. If they hadn't crit us there, honestly, this would have been looking kind of good. He didn't crit! Now he's got 56k! Like, yeah, we're totally gonna do that damage. Dude, we needed one crit there. If we gotten one crit, we would have had him low enough that we could break here. Motherfucker, dude. Come on, Buster Crit. Buster Crit's like the big one. We got 50, 40, 50. And I think we either need a double crit or a Buster Crit. Or we might need a Buster Crit and then one other crit. Oh god. It's just... Why? You just crit earlier. This wouldn't have been a problem. Oh my god. He triple crit. I'll take it. So yeah, if you haven't removed your stun debuff by then, he'll always stun you right there. Like, and you could have been stunned earlier as well. But like, if you break his health bar and you haven't removed it, wow, he didn't skill seal. I actually feel like I'm cheating right now because like this would like never happen again. If I try to record this in a video, this will never happen again. Where we actually break when he has 56k. Although I will say a lot of times you could get him lower than 56k. But him not landing the skill seal, like right there, is so unlikely. For once, we actually get to charm here. Miracle turn. I have the 80% crit with the attack up, but I kind of need to apply the heal boost. Fuck. Yeah, I gotta apply the heal boost. See, now this is a time where I'd want it on... I'd want them switched around, but it's hard to predict that kind of thing. Fuck, didn't crit there. I already know, like, you've got to get, like, value on, like, the turn you use the attack buff, because otherwise you're just going to be really low in health and you're not going to win. God, I didn't crit with anything there. Fuck. It's not enough! I also really prefer using the attack buff on the second NP on this health bar because a lot of times you can just get him to not use evade ever. You can like skip over it. Like you basically need to get to the point we're at now and still have the attack buff. Because he's within the range where he might die to an NP and like a crit and stuff. But I think we're screwed now, unfortunately. I'm gonna use the freaking heal boost on the 100 heal. That'll do it, chat. I have to live one more turn. I just don't think I can. Like in one more turn we get our heal. Like if my heal is back right now, see this is like, if we have the attack buff right now, this is where you might win. Because you could crit, yeah, we have a pretty good like crit setup here. So I basically have to hope he doesn't kill me and I kill him next turn. Do I do the 100 heal, as sad as that is? Is it better to do the 100 heal and like, instead of doing the art crit? It's less damage, but like, we're so low on health. We need like every bit of health we can get. He has no buffs though. That's the one good thing is he has no buffs. I think we go with the quick one just because one, it's a tiny heal, and also it could make stars that result in a crit next turn. We didn't crit again. Oh, we've had so many like Buster crits that were like in the 60ish range, and none of it, like we had that one crit earlier, but oh god, we're so low. Yeah, we lose. That's not low enough. That sucks. Like all those Buster cards that didn't crit, if one of those had crit, we would have won. Like if one of those Buster cards had crit, we would have won. Because he'd be at about like 50k health right now, and we could do that. The heal, I don't think the heal won't save us anymore. I didn't use the heal boost. If I'd used the heal boost, I could get back up to 2,000, but I can only get to 1,500. I think we're fucked. Crit again. Dude, I'm saying though, this has happened so many times. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, if it's so close, And if we theoretically could have won that one if we had just we failed so many Buster crits throughout that run. If like literally one of them had crit, we would have won. Or one more of them had crit, we would have won. But that's what I'm like. So that's why I want to find a way to just give him a hair of value. If I could just give him a hair of value, a run like that wouldn't be a failure. It would be a win. But I can't. I just cannot find a way to get him more value than that. Yeah. Now imagine a run like that where you get the boss to 2,000 health at the end, and imagine that happening 3 times. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I want this to be a video so bad, and I have like so many ideas for like the editing and stuff. And if I could just find, if I could think of like a better command code setup, I'm actually thinking, because I think we start using Charm Return earlier, because we use a Charm Return earlier, like we did that run. We get to use Charm to remove his attack buffs, and that means I don't need to bring the attack buff removal command code. Oh, this is good. This is actually really good. Okay, hold on. Let me think. The thing is, I need another command code that throughout the run will buy a turn of worth of value. It needs to either be like add enough damage that throughout the course of the whole run it culminates in one more turn of like you kill one turn sooner, or it needs to culminate in you surviving one turn longer. Alright, hold on. Let me switch and look at my command codes. Pretty sure red hair is true neutral. So you could do like the 200 heal, because sometimes you can use the heal boost on that to make it 400, and that could add up to another turn of survivability, but that's kind of wonky. I feel like going for damage might be better. The problem is the quick card is like the worst card to go for damage on. You could do the 1,000 flat damage. I don't think that would have worked on that run. That would have worked on those runs where I got him down to 2,000, but you'd have to attack with that card 14 times for it to do 14,000 damage. That's not great. It would make the breaking the first health bar more reliable. Like it would help, but I don't know if I don't think that's enough. You can do one of the crit removal ones, because crits are a huge problem. Like this one, you can remove the crit buff that he'll do sometimes. He doesn't cast it that often, but he does cast it occasionally, and then you'll also put crit down on him. But that's wonky. There's the 500 burn, that would add up faster than the 1k, the flat damage. This would be better, I think, in the long run. Because every time you use this, it does 1,500 damage, assuming 3 turns go by. That still, though, I don't think would have been enough. There's crit damage up on a quick card. The problem is our crits are just so random. We can also give them Stargent, so our crits are a bit less random. The problem is, this is the card we use the least. Right, like you are forced to use the other cards fairly often. So it's like, I don't know if the Star Gen, the 4 stars, would actually be enough. Like, I don't know if we'd be able to use it often enough for it to really matter. So I think it's either quick crit damage up, the 4 stars, the flat 1,000, or the burn. Or maybe the crit removal. Hmm. You can also put that on his Buster card. We do Buster NP several times. I don't know if that's good enough though. His NP damage is just so bad. I'm trying to think if this ultimately would add up to more damage. The problem is the first NP we don't do the Buster card first. I don't think it's worth it. It's you'd only get the bonus of it like once through the whole run. I don't think that's good enough. I think that, I mean, this is not a lot of extra damage. I mean, it can, if you can use it a decent amount, like if you use it every turn, this actually adds up to quite a bit of damage, but I don't think we're going to be able to use that quick card every turn. Also, it doesn't help on the initial turn that you're trying to kill that turn, like that health bar and the kill hit. So then I'm leaning towards the flat damage. God, that's just... Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's a shame he doesn't have like a niche we can take advantage of. There's a lot of command codes that do a pretty decent amount of bonus damage to certain niches, but he doesn't really have any. Because he doesn't have the lawful one, he's not a saber, he's not a threat to humanity. He's not undead. He's not divine. I don't know. The heal one could be okay though. It would mean our heal boost would do something on turns that we're not using our big heal. I'm gonna try this. I don't know though. That's a pretty minor upgrade.
What?
And this is random, but once the whole pandemic nonsense is over, I really need to see a doctor about. I feel like I know some friends that have like this condition. It's basically, and I know I have like serious allergy problems. I've always had serious allergy problems, and I have seen a doctor about that several times. But I feel like I'm getting enough sleep, but like I'm not resting, right? And I know this can happen where like sinuses and other blockages and stuff can just basically make it so you don't breathe properly when you're sleeping, and you basically sleep but you don't actually sleep, and it's really bad for you. And it's because I just have this happens so often where I look at it on paper and I'm like, man, I didn't really wake up at all during the night, and I was asleep for at least 8 hours, and I feel like I slept for like 3 hours, right? And it sucks. There's a lot of things that can cause that. But as I've gotten older, it's definitely gotten worse. And so it's something I really do want to... Like, a lot of things can cause that. You know, it's not necessarily always like having a sinus blockage or something like that. It can also be stress. It can, you know, be all kinds of things. And sometimes it's a really simple fix. Like you can wear like the things to help you breathe and things like that. But sometimes you actually have to have very major surgery that will actually completely take you out of it for like a month. It's pretty fucked. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I've always had bad allergies, and I've done a lot of stuff to help with that. Like I have an air purifier, I take medicine and stuff, and it does help. But I'm starting to think it's the only thing that makes sense to me because Like I didn't get as much sleep last night as I normally do, but I still got plenty of sleep. And I feel like I you know how you feel like if you basically don't sleep at all, right? Like that's how I feel right now, which is ridiculous. Like I slept for at least 7 or 8 hours. And this just happens to me a lot. Like I feel like if I basically here lately, if I don't get like 10 hours sleep, I feel bad. And that doesn't make any sense. And dude, when I was younger, I used to be, now some of that just because I was younger, but like when I was younger, I used to be able to just sleep like 6 hours or whatever and I feel completely fine. And again, some of that is just getting older. Like that's, you know, welcome to aging. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to look into. But if it does turn out that I have to have like a surgery or something, that'll mean I'll be, you know, out of the loop for a while. But hopefully that I don't have to do that. But yeah, sometimes there's simpler things you can do, I know. Like you can, like the nasal strips and medicine and stuff, and sometimes that'll get the job done, so. It's something I'm gonna definitely look into though, because I'm tired of being tired, and it affects my work a lot. It really has affected my work a lot, and it sucks. A lot of times I want to work, and I can't because I'm like super fatigued. So should we seriously just charm on turn 1? I guess so. It's so bad though because this throws so much RNG into the deck, like because the deck can just be in a way where this won't work out for you. And like I think this is okay if you get your buff removal on turn 1, but we like never do, so. And there's okay. Lovely. And then he got stunned again. Really. I think we're screwed now. 'Cause yeah, now George or Leonidas can't clock. Yeah, he's not coming back from that. That's so much value lost right there if that happens. Yeah, it's something that's really frustrated me my whole life. I have like, it's not like I have allergy problems, but I have like really messed up sinuses, or like my sinus canals are just like way too small. And that has caused me so many problems throughout my life, and it's, sucks. Ah, these fucking hands, dude. How? Dude! It's like every fucking time our fucking debuff removal's in the third hand. Like this is like the 7th time. Like I don't understand. Good God, dude. There's our 1k bonus damage right there. And now the deck shuffles, so we're not even guaranteed to get it anymore. Well, we got it, and nothing else. We're so behind right now. That was a bonus damage again. He triple attacks a lot, I've noticed. It's like very common for him. We don't have our NP, I think we lose. That's crazy. It's, well, we could kind of come back from this. You really need your NP on this turn though, this is really bad. So I need to have already NP'd and built towards my next NP. Like a fuck, let me think. I still think it's wrong to charm when we do, because the thing is we can't do what we did last time. We just got lucky, right? He's gonna skill seal us, and we won't be able to then remove his buffs. It's better to like charm him now. Like I've done this, like seriously, that every time I got him down to 2,000 health, I would charm him on this turn, and then I'd break, which we might not break, but you know, and that just worked out better because then I could basically skip the skill seal turn, and the turn where he's got the triple attack buffs, he wouldn't have them, And then by the time he does get to attack, I've removed 2 of them. Right? Yeah, he'd still have the 1 for 1 turn, but that wasn't that bad. The only way this way's better is if by some miracle you don't get skill shields, but the odds of that are really low. So I need my heal boost, but I also need to break. Like, we're definitely gonna lose if I don't heal boost. That sucks. Oh my god, there's no way this is gonna break. Unless he, I don't know, maybe with the Buster crit? I don't think so. Wow, we only did 36k. Yeah, no way. Oh, the horror. See, it's times like this, I think it's just better to have the attack removal command code. Because see, now I could stun right now, and then start removing, you know, with the command code. But see, now I'm gonna have to face tank a turn where he has all the attack buffs, and he so easily can just kill you there. Oh, now you triple crit when most of that goes into the void. Oh god. Yeah, we're just dead. No, we lived. It's just I don't know if we can come back from this now. Like, it's basically, there's just you think that's good value, but it's not, because you're so low in health now that it doesn't matter if he has the attack buff or not anymore, right? Like, that's why it's really not worth doing it that way. Like, it's just better to already have him charmed, not get attacked there, then remove the attack buffs with your command code, because if you're down to no health, like, what's the point? Like, it doesn't, you're dead anyway. And low rolled again. You need so much RNG. That's why I'm just desperate to find a way to just like if I could push it in his favor by 1 fucking turn, that would make this so much more reasonable. Yeah, basically, we'd have to get him. This actually is not as far away from a win though as you think, because we still have the attack buff, so we can actually do a fuckload of damage. We just don't live quite long enough. I really think I need his first skill at 10, and I think you basically need to cast it again and then crit. Like, that's basically what has to happen. So I need his first skill at 10, and I think you still have to have the attack removal. Like, I think you really gotta have the attack removal command code. Like, sometimes it'll work out in a way where you don't need the attack removal command code and it's doing nothing, and that sucks. But there's, I think, so often that's not the case and you're gonna need it. Also, he's got that other attack buff he can cast, so... And this sucks. I really want to keep streaming, but I'm like so tired. I may have to stop soon. I feel very fatigued. But yeah, we still got over a week though, because I want to do the I want to try triple coup against the challenge quest. I want to see how that does. Yeah, it sucks, guys. I think I gotta wrap up. I'm not feeling so great, but I'll try to, you know, get better by tomorrow, and then we can do more stuff. Cause I really do want to do the challenge quest and that kind of stuff. It just sucks though, because I do not want to give up this stage because I want to find a way to do it with Phantom so badly, but I can't do the challenge quest on this account unless I beat it. So it's really annoying. And I have my other account and I've got the challenge quest there, but I can't do triple coup on that account. So kind of sucks. But we got some time, so Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and watching Phantom die, you know, miserably. But I swear to God, I just feel like I'm like hitting my head against a wall. It's like I didn't try that much on stream here, but that's because I've already tried like everything I can possibly think of. The one thing I could do is use the Yang. If I use the Yang craft essence, like that would probably work, but I don't want to use that thing, so I'd also have to level it to max. I really don't want to do that either. But like that thing gives you more damage, and those turns where he has the evade, because we lost that one time we haven't did 14k. Remember, we would have won if we had the Yang CE there, because we would have Pierce of Vulnerability, and we would have attacked him when he had the evade up. So that would have been the 14k that we needed. All right, boys. I'm not gonna rate anybody. I don't even know who's streaming right now. I think we'll just wrap up, and I'll try to stream tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see y'all later.